Dear viewers, welcome back to another safari experience, this time at the Pench National Park. Hope you have seen our Kanha safari videos. If not, do check the links in the description. This was our last morning in Kanha and Shomojit did some bird watching early morning and spotted the marvelous Indian pitta. More on this magnificent bird will be covered later in the video. We bade goodbye to Kanha with a promise that we would be back here soon. It was time for Pench National Park. The Pench National Park is also termed as the land of Mowgli. The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling is considered to be set in the forest of Pench. The Pench National Park gets its name from the Pench River which flows through the park and are accessible both from Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. The core zone safaris in this park are accessible from 3 gates from the MP side, namely the Turia Gate, the Karmajhiri Gate and the Jamtara Gate, and 2 gates from the Maharashtra side, namely the Sillari Gate and the Khursapar Gate. The buffer zones of Pench are equally rich in flora and fauna and are divided into the Rukhad buffer zone, the Teliya buffer zone and the Khawasa buffer zones. This video will cover the safaris in the Khawasa buffer zone and the Turia Core zone. The Khawasa buffer region has dense vegetation in places with bushy undergrowths. Hence, sighting animals or birds become a bit difficult. It also has rocky regions which are ideal hideaways for leopards and melodistic leopards. We spotted a Nilgai couple just after starting our safari at the Khawasa buffer zone. Nilgais or Indian blue bull antelope is the largest antelope of Asia. They prefer areas with short bushes and scattered trees in scrub forests and grassy plains. During our safari, we were alarmed at a distinctive 2-note whistling call. A detailed search on the branches revealed the small, colorful, stubby-tailed member of the Indian forest, the Indian pitta. It was the first time most of us were seeing a pitta and we were really happy. We are at the Turia Gate of the Pench Tiger Reserve. Yesterday we had a safari at the Khawasa zone, which was a buffer zone, and now it's time for a core safari at the Turia zone. So we are trying to enter through the Turia Gate. Here you see everybody is queued up waiting for their guides, and here we are in our car. Hello. Here we have our Chishman. Here we have Dibhai. Here we have Shomojit. Here we have Davai. So,
Good morning, everyone.
let's begin our safari. Hope we see some wildlife today and hope we get to enjoy the beauty of the forest. We arrived at a water body where a group of sambar deer were resting. We suddenly spotted a large bird of prey flapping its wings and feeding on a kill. On looking through our binoculars, it was identified as a grey-headed fish eagle. They are fierce-looking brown and white fish eaters and are found around lakes, rivers and swamplands. Our gypsy had barely moved for 50 meters when we saw a dog-like animal resembling a brown fox with longer legs coming out of the bushes. The Asian wild dog or dhole. One by one came out the entire pack. Our guide mentioned that these creatures are such good hunters in pack that they can even take down a tiger or a leopard. They produced whistling sounds and were playful, but at all moments we felt one of the members were keeping a close eye on us. Any low camera shots had to be taken extremely cautiously as they were too quick to notice any change in their surroundings. After about 15 minutes, they gave us way and disappeared in the bushes in search of a prey. After the wild dog episode, we were quite happy with the variety of wild animals we had spotted for the last couple of days, and we did not want to rush. Our guide and driver exchanged information from gypsies from the other side and came to know that there was a tigress spotted, but she has got inside the forest. Few alarm calls we had heard on our way confirmed this news. At a particular point, we saw gypsies queued up, looking frustrated, as the tigress was being seen resting on a shade with no chance to come out. The gypsies slowly started to move towards the breakfast area, seeing the travelers frustrated. Our guide asked, "If you are not hungry, we can wait here and have breakfast later. Let this commotion settle, she is surely to cross the road." We nodded in unison. After all, who wants to have breakfast if we get to have a closer glimpse of the tigress? Our guide and driver, along with us, kept constantly looking through our binoculars and trying to spot any movement of the bright golden and black stripes in the trees at a distance. At one point, the stripes were not being visible, and suddenly the forest came to life with alarm calls of spotted deer and sambar deer. We understood Her Majesty has now got up from her slumber and ready to cross the road. We drove to a parallel road and the guide pointed, "See, there she is, she would cross the road." A queue had already started building up with spaces in between so that she can pass. She walked slowly and gracefully, looking for her prey and crossed the road like a queen, nonchalant about our presence. Our guide told she is the daughter of the Bijamatta tigress and has started living alone but not claimed her territory yet. Based on the region she is moving, she could be named as the Kalapahar female. We were almost dancing with our guide and driver on reaching the breakfast zone. Our wait was well rewarded by Mother Nature. Our driver Mahesh ji offered to take us to a lake nearby in the evening, which was adjacent to the forest and also to a pottery village. The Potia Lake is about 20 kilometers from our hotel and offered a serene sunset, and we enjoyed hearing some stories from Mahesh ji's childhood. Tigers often come close to the other sides of the lake in search of cattle for their prey. The visit to the potter's village was also quite eventful. We watched the artisans creating pottery from scratch and bought few mementos to take back home with us. This was our last safari in the Pench National Park, and the day started with the sighting of the famous tigress of the Turia Core zone, Partdev, with her cubs. She had 4 cubs during the beginning of the season and had lost 2 of them to other tiger and wild dogs. The place where we saw her is called the Baghin Nala, and she was a frequent visitor of this area. As we moved away from this area, we heard many alarm calls and managed to get a glimpse of the dominant male, the L mark, from a distance. We had insisted our driver and guide to point us to birds if they spot any, because Pench National Park is also known for the variety of birds living there. At one place, Our guide pointed us to a cluster of trees, and we saw a family of patchy looking owl with dark eyes and densely marked orange and grey coloration, the mottled wood owl. They are such a lovely and cute looking creature. We were told that they love groves and cluster of trees in open plains and on the edges of cultivated areas. We were quite lucky this time to spot a few variety of birds of prey. This time we saw a white-eyed buzzard. These birds are clearly distinguishable with a white patch on their napes and their always alert eyes. Their eyes are really brilliant. We left Pench with a heavy heart, yet a smile on our faces, trying to list all the animals and birds we had seen in the last few days. And yes, we could tell that our wish of spotting a tiger in the wild and many more along with it was indeed fulfilled. Thanks for watching our video. Stay tuned for more.